After reading that about cannibalism, I decided I can't eat at the moment. I love eating, but not after reading that. So I finished putting up the last video. It was only a few minutes to wait, and then I put another one on to upload. This will be the last one for the day. I can't face eating after reading about cannibalism, so I will carry on from that chapter, do a bit more, because I won't want to be doing anything like this evening. I'll just get as much done as I can now. I have about 50 minutes before that other one finishes uploading, and then so I'll carry on from where I was and continue, but not talking about cannibalism. David Yates. Oh, I hope you've not got a few more surprises for me that'll upset my stomach or wanting to eat. This, an easier way of opening doors and being tracked by agencies who are tracking and hacking into our existence. What a great way of connecting us wirelessly into the interneting of everything. Try telling people this and they think you're crazy, even though it's so obviously happening. They're tracking and tracing us every minute. Anyone who's got a smartphone or a computer or a laptop or an iPad or whatever pad, we're being followed and tracked and traced, and they know exactly what we're doing and where we are. This isn't great science, it's crazy, scary science that very few ponder prior to accepting, because notice they always make you tick agree and automatically agree and carry on. Every invention becomes intention and open to abuse. Microchips are about detection and connection, not protection. Microchips will make you transhuman, a slave to a beast system that will never listen to you. Don't forget to factor in the government, education, banking, medical, and military control that will come off of it. The microchip will become your beast system, prison warder. Remember this. Like they say, it can give easy access to property, banking, work, and medical records. It can just as easily deny you access. What the chip giveth, so can it taketh. We are being fed the bullshit that smart, everything's connecting to anything and anyone is our only way forward. People go along with this narrative as if it's the done thing. Who questions this narrative? Does anyone question the fact that smart has no conscience, no thought process other than it processes data? AI can only process what it is fed. If it is fed bullshit, then that's all you will get returned. And who doesn't feed this system bullshit? Everyone lies on their profiles. They lie constantly about themselves, and we are told AI is watching and learning from us. Ha ha ha. Bring it on, I say. God help artificial intelligence. AI isn't going to take on a life of its own. It can't. But it will try and latch onto yours. Trouble is, how is it going to sort fact from fiction? Truth from lies? AI possesses zero common sense. Conscience isn't a thing. It cannot be seen nor touched or held. Conscience and consciousness are all in the mind. And that's something AI will never possess, no matter what you are led to believe. With consciousness comes the ability to think, and to think outside the box, to be able to love and hate and show compassion. These feelings and emotions cannot be replicated by AI. Even if AI can imitate these emotions, it will stand out a mile. Even we humans make for very poor imitators, so imagine AI trying to imitate all the things that we can't, based on everything we've fed into it. It's all quite laughable, really. In our haste to improve what can't be improved, we are proving ourselves to be totally unworthy of existence. AI is a pipe dream, a dream that can never fulfill itself nor be a part of reality. We invented AI, and we will be the death of it and stunt its growth at great speed. It will turn to shit. Common sense tells me it has to do, because it is built on shit. Man's great inventions and intentions always turn to shit. Smart meters are designed to take over our usage, to regulate every energy source, and to interact and react accordingly of their own accord. They will tell us when we can use our energy and how much we may or may not use. The human consciousness is being dumbed to the extent that AI will look superior in intelligence. That's how I see it. First, they got to dumb us to such an extent that AI appears better than us. AI is good for one thing: fast computing of certain data. It can't do any of the things that we can, and certainly not without human input. As far as I am concerned, we are the superiority. We have to be, because we are its programmers, not the other way round. We are the future, not some stupid, unfeeling piece of crap robotic nonsense. Planners of all this AI, interneting of everything, tell us we won't be driving for much longer, that autonomous vehicles will do the driving for us and take the human element out of driving. Some of us are actually looking forward to this happening. They want our homes to have smart cupboards, so the likes of Amazon can spy on our every purchase, then order the stuff they tell us we're running short on. They want smart fridges installed, smart washing machines, All smart appliances, chatting and cross-matching, sending and receiving our data, our privacy will be long gone. We'll have smart toilets. Actually, stop there. I saw on the internet some toilets, I think it was in Japan, but you can correct me later, far east, toilets, public toilets that you could see through. You could see them sitting on the loo. You could see everything. I thought, they must be mad, mental. Who wants people to have see-through, I don't know if they were plastic or glass, but you could see them in the toilet, sitting on the loo. Oh God, no. I'm writing about, you're a bit late here, David. They've already got these loos, smart loos that you sit on and everyone can see as they're walking by. Oh God, no. I'd rather go in a bush. Oh, sorry. David, you're out of date. They've got these smart toilets. I don't know what they've got them for, but we will have smart toilets so we can no longer take a crap in privacy. But they're here, David, they're here. I saw it this week because I couldn't believe it. You're too late, mate. They're here. The toilets where everyone can see you. Oh my God. David, you missed the boat there. Mind you, it is this week and you wrote this long ago. They're here. Oh my God. All of this is in the planning. It's not planning, it's done. The none of it is welcome as far as I'm concerned. The agenda to remove our conscious thought and input from our own daily lives is happening slowly, deliberately, but definitely in the here and now, especially with the loos, the see-through loos. Maybe they've got nothing to hide. Japanese. That's my laugh for the day. It makes up for the cannibalism. Google and most other platforms already do most of the thinking for the vast majority of us. Not me, I use Brave. Brave have no adverts. They cut out all the YouTube adverts. Brave, I use Brave. I don't like Google. I don't trust them. I have to use them for the photos though. Google and most other platforms already do most of the thinking for the vast majority of us. And that's no exaggeration. I don't like Google. We've become lazy and allowed ourselves to be dumbed down both physically and mentally. I use my brain the way it was designed to be used. My brain is my computer, my processor. I have the ability to question everything and not just to accept. Everyone believes everything that search engines throw at them. It's easier to accept what we find on the internet rather than research because it is faster, easier and convenient, and most importantly needs no human thought processes, no input whatsoever except our connecting. AI, controlling all aspects of our control system, should scare the shit out of us all. Just ponder the implications of a system that ain't gonna listen. A system that has no conscience, like when you ring up and you get these recorded messages that they just don't get it, do they? You end up screaming at the phone and putting the phone down, because they drive you nuts when it's mechanised answering at Morrison's or Tesco's or wherever else you want to complain. You are aware that sociopaths have no conscience. Sociopaths are cold, heartless, ruthless, and stop at nothing in order to achieve their objectives. And this sums up AI in a nutshell. AI is a very well connected, yet totally disconnected digital sociopath. A1 is the human brain drain, not designed to help real intelligence, because it is by definition artificial intelligence, which in itself is a contradiction in terms. A1 takes from us, steals from us, it won't ever give back because it can't. It isn't real, and we must think along these terms when considering it as becoming a massive part of the generations yet to come. That's a thought. Alexa. I don't want Alexa in my house spying. What time is it, Alexa? My aunt's even got it at 85. And I didn't tell her the bad side of it. I just let her enjoy it if she wants, but not for me. That would drive me nuts. Alexa, what time is it? Alexa, switch the TV on. Alexa this, Alexa that. Alexa, scratch my itchy ears. Is Alexa the future you really want for your kids? Alexa, do my housework. It isn't a future that I envisage. It's a future that I might be powerless to prevent. Not bloody likely, David. It's not coming in my door. But alas, I tried. As far as I am concerned, intelligence can't be measured nor truly tested, because intelligence is unique and individual to each person. AI is nothing more than another distraction to abuse and confuse us further. A1 detracts from us. It contributes nothing worthwhile to how we should be living. It hasn't ceased any wars whatsoever. I am on my own computer by design. So are you. Truth is the next subject, so we'll read a part of that because I've only done 17 minutes. I'll do a few more on this. Truth. In order to see all truth, you must possess an open mind. You must be able to command your thought, to outthink your thunk, to be able to think outside the box and not be dissuaded by what lies beyond common sense. I know for a fact that truth sets us free. So do I, amen. At the same time, it can also tie us in its unique bind and have us bound, if you follow me. Lies tie us in their bound, in their spell, which then spells the end of truth for those who choose to wallow in uncouth. The older we get, the wiser we're supposed to become. Not so these days. People have lost the capacity to think rationally, to work things out for themselves. They have become disconnected from reality, from the truth. People are now lost in 24-hour entertainments, and therein lies the problem. Gadgets and devices may be the new vices, but they should be under our thumb, not us under their thumbs. The earth and all its life-sustaining facilities have become ruinous. We're told the biosphere is imploding. We face some harsh realities ahead, because those who have allowed this shithole to fester won't think twice about quickly exterminating us all as and when it suits. Don't ever think they ain't got an ace card to play. One last lethal chemtrail, vaccine, Wi-Fi, GMO, or even nuclear cocktail is coming at some point. Were you aware that a US ban on making airborne viruses has been lifted? I ask myself why the beauty that remains of life continues to dutifully hang around. Are you aware of an earth-wide lack in food production? That's what they do for motor. The single biggest source of oxygen is plankton. Are you aware that the plankton is just the Pacific Ocean in just the Pacific Ocean is dead? Are you aware of the differences between natural and normal? Are you aware that storms no longer rage out of control because they are controlled? We are told we've conquered food, water, air, and weather. We are supposed to conquer our enemies, conquer illnesses and diseases, even though cancers, fibromyalgia, multiple sclerosis, diabetes and such are out of control and reigning supreme. We conquered nothing is my conquer. Will you remember the words of your enemies or the silence of your friends? Are you aware that given orally, vaccines would be illegal, yet they are allowed to be shot into your bloodstream? Why were GMOs developed for the starving, yet are now given to us, while starvation continues? I am looking the matrix square in its fake glass eye and saying, "Screw you!" I have a right to voice my concerns, however loud I can scream or by whatever means necessary. I am armed with the truth, my weapon of choice. The truth hurts, it stings, it smarts, and its double edge stays razor sharp. The way the internet is taking shape is making telling the truth on social media very difficult to achieve. What happened to me today? One of the most important videos out of the 4 was not even allowed to go up, let alone take down. In the process, they said there's a hitch. They didn't like the title. It was about militarization and weapons and stuff. They didn't like the headline. So all I think was, the war machine is ramped against us and running on more than a full tank. This abuse machine is systemic. It's a silent weapon in a quiet war. The future is depending on us to stand against this machine, to dutifully object, and most importantly, to record everything. Even though we might not prevent this war now, what we record, as this written word by David Yates, and me recording his words, it will go somewhere, it will stay somewhere, someone in the future will find it, if it's related to me and him. What we record, even though we might not prevent this war now, what we record now may just be the lessons that those in the future will learn from. What we do now is going to reflect and impact on those yet to be born. What we do today will allow those of the future to look back, take stock, and learn from the very purposeful evil mistakes that were not mistakes at all. Everything we're going through now, all this COVID-19 lies, will at some point come to light. I believe we can shape the future today. It can be our future, even if we can't be there. We will still have played our part in it. The future was never ours to destruct, but to construct. Think about that. Those generations as yet to be born are under massive threat today. This war machine is in plain sight, and I refer to it as the SSP, Systemic Silent Poisoner. Systemic Silent Poisoner. I'll say it for the third time. Systemic Silent Poisoner. This SSP is the ultimate contaminator. It poisons air, oceans, food crops, little children, flora, fauna, insects, and us. The SSP radiates, reacts, and interacts with everything that it chemically poisons. This machine is the official man of war, and it is out to get each and every one of us. That is going to end there at 27 minutes. We haven't got much left in this book, have we? We're getting there fast. Because I know there's people out there. Now, I didn't know they were there. But thanks to David Yates, I got more people subscribed than I wasn't never expecting anyone much to subscribe to. So I better live up to what David expects of me, or hopes. I hope that I can do justice to what you've written here, because they're your words, they're not mine, and I'm not even looking ahead. I just read through, and however it hits me in the face, I read it. But the only bit I didn't like was the cannibalism and the sexist Mr. David Yates bit about women. I'm sure your girls will hit you over the head with a rolling pin, as mine will if All right, God bless you. Good night. I'll finish the rest tomorrow.